Our film begins in a large swimming pool, and the manager posts a notice that the pool will be closed for a long time during the holiday. There's a girl named Bree who puts her engagement ring in her bag to continue her swimming practice. Her sister Jonna comes after returning from a drug addiction treatment center and helps her sister in the pool. There's a cleaning worker named Clara who steals money from the locker room, but the manager catches her. This is the third time he catches her doing something like that. So the manager tells her she is fired and that she must clean the pool before leaving so he can settle her payment. When it's time to close the pool, the manager tells people to leave. Bree gathers her things to go, but finds her engagement ring missing. Jonna notices the ring is in a drain at the bottom of the pool. Bree dives to retrieve it, but the ring is stuck and she can't get it out. Her sister goes down to help, but it's no use. The manager checks the pool to see if anyone is still there, but doesn't see anyone because the sisters are underwater and not visible. The manager goes to the control panel and closes the pool cover. The sisters realize this and try to get out quickly, but it closes on them. It's made of strong fiberglass. Jonna yells and says they shouldn't have risked their lives for just a ring. Bree says she wanted to get to prove to her sister that she is engaged. They find a small hole that doesn't even allow their hands to pass through. Jonna tells her sister she is jealous of Bree's life while she was in treatment, and that Bree's life is perfect and she's getting married soon. Bree realizes her sister through the ring in the pool. They argue, and Bree goes down to get the ring. She manages to retrieve it. The sisters agree to stop fighting and try to call for help. Bree tries to lift a heavy metal drain cover to break the pool cover, but it's too heavy and hard to move. Time passes, and at the end of the day, the pool lights turn off. Bree's phone rings for hours. It's David, her fiancé, but the phone is in her bag, so she doesn't answer. Jonna mocks him for calling all this time instead of looking for them, and says she never trusted him. The sisters argue again because of him. Bree's condition worsens, and she tells her sister she has had diabetes for 3 years and kept it hidden from her. If she doesn't get her insulin injection from her bag, she'll fall into a diabetic coma. They both figure out how to widen the hole in the cover with a piece of plastic they found. Jonna asks her sister why she distanced herself from the family. Bree says her father was abusive, always drunk and an addict. She set the house on fire and her father died in it. Suddenly, they hear someone opening the door. It's Clara, who notices the trapped sisters. She sees the security cameras are on, gets scared, and goes to steal Bree's bag, taking the phone, money, and credit card. The sisters think she will help them until Clara asks for the credit card pin. They are shocked by the question and ask what she's doing. Clara tells them about her past in prison, her kids, and her debts she can't pay. She turns off the pool's water heaters when they don't give her the pin. Bree gives her the pin in exchange for saving them, but Clara leaves, saying she'll return after withdrawing money from the ATM. The sisters have no choice but to wait for Clara's return. Bree's condition worsens due to the cold water after the heaters are turned off. Jonna tries to lift the drain cover from the bottom, but fails. She surfaces and blames herself for being cowardly and useless. The sisters hug to stay warm with their body heat and spend the night in the pool. In the morning, Clara appears and mocks the sisters for their situation. Jonna tries to stay calm to get Clara to help them and asks her to get the insulin injection from Bree's bag. Clara is upset because she found only $80 on the card and threatens to let them die for trying to trick her. Jonna decides to punish Clara for what she's doing and not helping them. She pretends to cry and asks Clara to come close to the hole in the pool cover. Clara puts her ear to the hole to hear what Jonna wants to say, and suddenly Jonna stabs Clara's ear with the plastic piece. Clara screams in pain, checks the wound in a mirror, cleans it, and stops the bleeding. To take revenge, Clara turns on the pool's automatic cleaner. The sisters choke and can't breathe because of the chlorine from the cleaning. They scream for Clara to help. Clara realizes the danger of the situation and turns off the cleaner after a minute. She goes to them and says she has nothing to lose and isn't afraid for herself. She wants to punish them for what they did to her and demands they give her the diamond engagement ring. Bree gives it to her because she's exhausted from everything happening. Clara takes the ring and leaves the pool, abandoning them. Jonna cries because everything happening is her fault, but her sister forgives her and calms her down. Hours later, Bree starts hallucinating and sees the pool cover opening. David, her fiancé, arrives and rescues her, but her sister is missing in the pool. Bree snaps out of it, but finds Jonna holding the sharp plastic piece, wanting to kill herself by cutting her neck. Bree stops her, calms her, and tells her believe they will get out alive together. Clara tries on Bree's engagement ring. David calls Bree's stolen phone, and Clara opens the voicemail. She learns David will call the police because Bree hasn't come home. Clara fears going back to prison and returns to the pool. She talks to the sisters and makes them promise not to report what she did to anyone and that she'll leave them trapped. The sisters agree to the deal and hug each other in joy. Clara goes to open the cover, but she finds a security code she knows has changed. Clara gets angry, returns to the sisters, tells them she's fed up and doesn't know what to do, and leaves them trapped alone. Time passes, and it's their second night in the pool. Bree starts slipping into a diabetic coma. Jonna tries to wake her sister. Bree says during the incident when she killed their father, she made sure he couldn't escape the fire and kept saying she killed a monster. Jonna tries again to lift the drain cover from the bottom. After several attempts and failures, she takes her sister's towel, ties it to the cover, and finally manages to lift it. She surfaces to her sister, but finds her unconscious and sinking. Jonna performs CPR and succeeds in making her sister breathe and wake up. Jonna uses her strength, lifts the drain cover, and hits the pool cover with it, breaking through the hole. Jonna keeps widening the hole with her hands, cutting them badly on the glass. Finally, she pulls her sister out, and they escape the pool. Jonna gives Bree the insulin injection. She's afraid her sister might die. Suddenly, Clara appears with a gun, aims at Jonna, and threatens to kill them because if they stay alive, they'll report her and she'll go to jail. But Clara lowers the gun, returns a diamond ring, and feels guilty for what she's doing. Jonna calls the police and ambulance to save Bree. Jonna lets Clara escape, so she won't get arrested. Bree wakes up on the ambulance stretcher, and Jonna gives her the ring. The sisters hug and cry from joy for surviving such a situation by a miracle. The paramedics take Bree on the stretcher to the hospital, and the film ends. We'll meet in a new recap. Thanks for watching.